Okay, so here we are for the battle against Hunter. They do bring the Hisuian Avalugg. I was not necessarily expecting that, but it does make sense. It's pretty good against my team. Other than that, there's no Manaphy and no Boulder, which is quite nice. So Tinglu, Palafin. I mean, there's not amazing leads for hydrapple, but I also kind of just want to lead off with my Okidogi here and start breaking early. You know what? I think that's what I'm going to do, because like they're switching to it. Like, the one thing that can prevent it from really setting up is Tinglu, and it doesn't want to switch in, so it covers him leading Palafin to get it activated. It leads off pretty well into like things like Gholdengo, leads well into, leads okay into Avalugg depending on what Terra type it is. Yeah, I think that's probably okay. Yeah, I'll lock it in. And yeah, Hunter's had a fantastic start to the season. I think they 6-0'd their first 2 weeks, so definitely going to be a tough opposition to say the least. And since then they picked up a Palafin. Somebody dropped Palafin, which is crazy. It's going to be a Lati lead. Okay. So that makes me think that maybe this is Scarfed. Maybe it's Scarfed. I could like take a one-time pivot out into hydrapple, I believe, on this. If it's Soldew, I definitely don't take it very well. And if it's Specs, obviously I still do not take it particularly well. How well does Dogi take this? Viterra Water. I mean, it's not taking it particularly... It's not really wanting to take that hit. I guess the alternative is like just go out into Dunsparce, get out my rocks. Could definitely do that. But what would come out here? Maybe a Psychic Noise, maybe a Draco. I would just go out into Dunsparce, because we are pretty defensive on this anyway. We should be able to take the hit at least reasonably well. And they just flipped up. Okay. Well, that's fine. And I'm going to assume that Tinglu comes in here. Spike Stack is going to be a little bit annoying, but at least I can Toxic it, wear it down. Set up my own hazards as well. There shouldn't be a whole lot it can do to me as much as I can do to it. So, we're going to see Gholdengo come in. Oh. Okay then. I mean, I could set my rocks here. Like, if your plot, like, Make It Rain's gonna hurt. It's gonna do a pretty good amount of damage if it's just like special attack. So I could just go out into hydrapple and like scout for it, right? Yeah, I think that's probably fine. I am just AV is kind of my way of dealing with this mon, so we'll see what he wants to go for. Debut for hydrapple. Goes for a Reflect. Okay, so screens. How much do we do to a Gholdengo actually with Earth Power? If it's like max HP, I mean, we're not doing a great deal of damage. We're not doing a lot if it's max HP. We would 2 a KO. Do I want to go for that? What's the switch in? If we're going to switch in something. Maybe Lati? I'm just going to Earth Power. Because if you are dual screens, okay, Gleam. Does a pretty respectable amount of damage. And that doesn't do over half. Okay. And you are Weakness Policy? Weakness Policy, gotcha. If you're Gleam Reflect, are you going to be Focus Blast on that? I don't think you would be. Because I think you still... Would you want to Make It Rain? I guess you could be Focus Blast on the last move, but I definitely didn't expect that. Gleam comes out, gonna do nothing. And I can just Earthquake. That's almost picking up the KO. And they're going to recover. Okay, so they're seeing out their own screens, which is great for me, actually. I will just continue to Earthquake, I guess. Not a huge amount of downside, I think, to it. They're going to withdraw. Okay. And they go into Lati. Reflect's going to wear off. I am AV. I assume that you're going to have Aura Sphere for this mon. Like, Megahorn won't knock this out. Aura Sphere shouldn't do too much damage. So I'm going to go for the Megahorn and get my damage here. They are going to go for an Aura Sphere. It does a respectable amount, and we're going to miss the Megahorn. Shouldn't have bothered with that play, honestly. Okay. So Tread's getting weakened sucks a little bit. Do I think you're locked into that? Like, you could also just flip here. So I'm going to go out into Val. The only downside is if you click Psychic. You just Aura Spheres again. Okay. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, knockoff is actually really free into this team, so I'm just going to knock. They are going to withdraw. So maybe you are Choice Scarf. Because you're not Specs, I don't think, for that damage. Muck comes in. Muck's not going to appreciate this much. Muck. Yeah, that's a 2 KO. So are you just max HP on this? It's part of me that really wants to predict the lad to come in, the Tinglu. Because I think you're going to know that I'm banded from that. Realistically, there shouldn't be anything that you can do to... Could Zen Headbutt. Could Zen Headbutt. Let me not do that. Just going to go into Treads. Because that looks like it might be a roll. And like if it's just max HP, it is a roll. And it's not necessarily like a guarantee. Yeah, they Poison Jab. Okay. I'm just going to Earthquake again. I know Lassie can come in, but yeah, okay. So Muck's dead. I don't want to make a like too much of a read. Crit definitely mattered, 100%. And that thing going is actually really nice for Hydrapple. Hydrapple can probably do some work later on because of that. Palafin comes in. It's still in baby form though. Does Jet Punch even knock me out from baby form from here? If it's banded, it does. What am I at? 136. If it's not banded? If it's not banded, it never does. I can just go into you though. I don't need to sack Treads right now, so I'm not going to. It's still really good against Gholdengo. Yeah, jet punches. That does nothing, actually. And I want to take this turn to get my rocks up. Let's start getting those hazards going. Gholdengo comes in. Honestly, I think this time I'm just going to Earth Power this. I think. Do I want to do that? Do I want to lose up that health? I don't need to. I can always just go into Hydrapple. Because we've seen that it's probably fine, though it will eventually be able to do the work against us. It's going to take too long, I think, for it to amp up. Just recovers. Absolutely fine. I will just Earth Power. I mean, they could Reflect, I guess. They are going to withdraw. Okay, so is there going to be Latty that comes in? There's Latty. I should always take a hit from this. Because I think we worked out that it is in fact Scarfed. Yeah, we should always take this hit. And Fickle Beam has a roll to knock it out. Gonna flip turn. Okay. I don't believe there's a fairy type, so something's got to take this Fickle Beam. I assume it's going to be Tinglu. Gholdengo. Okay. Would you be going round in circles there? Can't believe I wouldn't go all out for that. And I will just Earth Power again. I'm still like at way too much health. I think I should always be able to live a Draco. They're going to make it rain. Okay. I'll quite happily take my damage. And this time I'm going to Fickle Beam. I say they could recover. But they're still using up recovers. It's not making much progress for them. Going all out. Let's fucking go. And now I'm just going to go out into Treads. No shot they went out to on this. I've just clicked Fickle Beam. I mean, I can't be too mad, but still. At the range I'm at with Treads, I'm at 40%. How much does Aura Sphere actually do? Does it do 40%? It's a 75% chance to knock me out from this range. I probably don't want to stay in, particularly. I'm just going to go back out onto Hydrapple. If they Draco, if they read this and go Draco, then just a good read. But also I then get to go into Vow and click a button. They just flipped out. I do think they really struggle to break this mon. Going out to Palafin. So this is the most telegraphed Ice Punch of I've ever seen. My switch ins to Ice Punch aren't amazing, but at the same time, I think I can probably, if he bulks up, then I can SD. Yeah, I'll just go out to Samrock. I really feel like it's going to be an Ice Punch coming out. I don't think there's any reason, because this is like the one thing that really does punish Hydrapple. Yeah. And we have the Choppal, so we don't care too much about the close combat. I'm just going to click Ceaseless Edge. Yeah, it's close combat. Never mind, we do care about... That'll be why we care about the close combat. That's a little bit unfortunate. Okay. This time I guess I can go into you and just knock off again. If I get rid of 𝙃𝙔𝘿𝘍𝑒𝐿, then I'm in a really good spot. It might just be time for you. How much do I take from close combat? Should probably have... I mean, I should go for close combat here. It shouldn't be able to do too much to me. And you're going to withdraw anyway. Okay. 𝙃𝙔𝘿𝑍 comes in. I don't know how much this can hurt me. It's shown all 4 of its moves. In fact, it can't do much to me at all. So does this become setup fodder? It actually might be setup fodder. +1 crunch would do enough. Honestly, a +1 Thunder Punch at this point would do enough as well. Could see a reflect come out here. And we've seen this can't touch me, so yeah, he's gonna reflect. I will just go for a crunch. They gleam, this should do nothing. And crunch knocks out 𝙃𝙔𝘿𝑍, so now Spirit Break becomes pretty free. Close combat actually becomes very, very free. 𝙃𝙃 comes in. Can you actually take me out from 287? I mean, more importantly, does Val just win if I kill this? Kinda does. So 287, I'm at 77%. There is no role in which this can knock me out. With a reflect up at +2, crunch should always knock this out. Does Palafin become quite scary after this? Palafin might become a little bit scary. I don't need to do this right now, I can literally just go out and shreds. So I assume you're Dracoing? Yeah. Still does quite a lot of damage. Still very good damage. And I will just Mega Horn again. That probably does knock me out. But Ting-Lu comes in. I do appreciate getting the attack off on this. If I could hit one of my Mega Horns in this game, would be great. There we go. It's going to do nothing through Reflect. Absolutely nothing through Reflect. I don't want to let you just get hazards up for free, but there's also not a great deal that I can do about that. You're not lefties. Are you going to be Citrus? Maybe. Just going to be Q. You should never go out into... You should never go out into thingy on this. It's a 𝙃𝙃. And the reflect wears off. Okay, so now I can just pretty freely click close combat, I believe. You should also have nothing that can hit this. You don't switch in particularly well to this mon either now, so yeah, I'll just go out into hydrapple. We should always be quicker unless he's got a lot of speed on this mon. And I'm just going to Leaf Storm. Looks to be somewhat physically defensive. And that's going to be 𝙃𝙃 coming in. Okay, so this thing is very, very slowly getting worn away at. It's respectable damage. So we reveal a sucker. Quite simply, we just sucker. For a second there, I forgot that I had it. I'm being completely honest with you. I think I want to get you weakened. Now, are you Iron Defense? You're gonna Terror. I definitely want to put you on a timer if I can. So probably just gonna Terror Blast here if I had to assume anything. Rapid. Okay. I didn't expect the Rapid Spin, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. You're not gonna want to take a Boom Burst, right? Like you don't want to take this. You don't want this heat. You might want to take it kind of okay. I will go for it though. No reason to not. They do have Body Press. And this Chople actually did something this time. And that was a crit. That was not a... Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that was not a crit. They just straight up did not want to take that hit at all. I can just come in with Val afterwards. And I think Val should just be able to click Spirit Break and be pretty free to do whatever. At the same time, do they Body Press again? Like, you should always be able to just take on the Palafin. Honestly, you take on what's left. So, if they go for a Terror Blast, predicting this, just great play. To be fair, I probably don't even need to make this play, but it preserves my Dunsparce. There's my Crepsecul. And I can Spirit Break very, very freely. Palafin comes in. If Palafin is not Choice Banded, that's a Tinglu. That is Tinglu. I'm not... Do you take the set? You do take the set. Okay, that makes some sense. And just EQs. I needed that damage. Quite simply, that's all I needed. I can Drain Punch just for a little bit of recovery. Also, can we just point out how fucking gigantic 𝙃𝙔𝘿𝙍𝘼𝙋𝙋𝙇𝙀 hat is? Like, look at the size of that thing. In awe of the size on all that. And now, if Palafin is Adamant Max Attack with Close Combat, how much does it do to my 𝙃𝙃𝙍𝘃? It's saying 39 to 47. Thunder Punch, if it's at -1, doing 69 to 81. And we have the chance to poison. So I'm just going to go for it. They send Headbutt. Going for flinches. Not going to get a flinch on the first one. Can we get a poison? Any poisons? Poison. Fucking hell, it finally happened. Good lord. I never thought it would happen. And... yeah, I'll just Drain Punch. No reason to not. They can Close Combat me here. Yep. Just gonna live that. 𝙃𝙃𝙍𝘃, you're ridiculous. You're genuinely just stupid. And that's going to be a 2-0 win. So we go to 4-1 for the season. Honestly, this mon is so much fun. If you can draft 𝙃𝙃𝙍𝘃, I said it was budget, Zerud. I think it's kind of proven that at this point. But good game to Hunter. Yeah, good game to Hunter. And make sure to check them out. I think they're uploading. If not, then the link for everybody else will be in the description. Like if you enjoyed the battle, subscribe, and until next one, have a great day, guys. Peace.